What if becoming a millionaire had nothing to do with discipline? Nothing to do with forcing yourself to save, making sacrifices every day, checking your budget constantly. David Bach sat down one day with a couple, Jim and Sue, ordinary people. Nothing special, nothing extraordinary. Jim drove a truck. Sue worked part-time. Combined income, never more than $55,000 a year, and they had two paid-off homes, a retirement account with over $1 million, zero debt. Bach asked them, how? Their answer was so simple, it almost made him angry. We never had to think about it. That conversation became this book, and it might be the most practical financial book ever written. Bach opens with one powerful idea. The reason most people never build wealth is not because they do not earn enough. It is not because they are not smart enough. It is because they rely on willpower. And willpower always fails. Think about your own life. How many times have you decided to save more money, started strong, then something came up, an expense, a temptation, a rough month, and suddenly, the savings stopped? Bach says, this is not a character flaw. This is a system flaw. You are using the wrong system. The right system does not require willpower at all, because it works automatically. Concept 1. The Latte Factor. And this is the idea that made David Bach famous. Think about your daily spending, the morning coffee, the lunch out, the subscription you forgot about, the small purchase that feels like nothing. Bach asks you to add it. Up 5 coffee every morning, $10 lunch 3 times a week, $15 in random small purchases. That is roughly $1,200 a month, $1,400 a year. Now, here is where it gets powerful. If you invested that $1,200 every month, starting at age 25, at an average return of 10% by age 65, you would have over $6 million from a daily coffee. Bach is not saying never enjoy your life. He is saying small amounts, invested consistently, over time, become extraordinary amounts. The Latte Factor is not about coffee. It is about awareness. Where is your money quietly leaking every single day? Now here is the question most people ask. Okay, I understand, but I know I should save. I just never do it. And this is where Bach's real solution comes in. Concept 2. Pay yourself first, before you pay rent. Before you pay bills, before you buy anything, pay yourself first. This is not a new idea. But Bach takes it one critical step further. Automate it. Do not decide every month to transfer money to savings. Do not rely on what is left over. Set up an automatic transfer the day your salary arrives, before you see the money, before you can spend it, before your brain can find a reason not to. It moves, automatically, into your investment account, and you live on the rest. Bach found that people who automated their savings saved 3 times more than people who tried to save manually. Not because they earned more, because the decision was already made, and when the decision is already made, willpower is irrelevant. Now, how much should you pay yourself first? Bach recommends 1 hour of income per day. Think about it this way. If you work 8 hours a day, 1 hour of that work, every single day, goes directly to your future. That is roughly 12.5% of your income. He says, if you can do more, do more. If you start with less, start with less. But start, because here is the truth. The amount matters less than the habit. $50 a month automated is infinitely better than $500 a month that never actually happens. Concept 3. The automatic. Millionaire Plan Bach breaks this down into 4 automatic systems. System 1. Automate your retirement. If your employer offers a 401k or pension, sign up immediately, especially if they match contributions. Bach calls an unmatched employer contribution, free money, and leaving free money on the table is one of the most expensive mistakes most people make. System 2. Automate your savings. Open a separate savings account. Set up an automatic transfer every single payday. Not when you remember. Not when you have enough left over. Every single payday. System 3. Automate your bills. Set every bill to automatic payment. Mortgage, utilities, insurance, everything. Why? Because late fees and missed payments are silent wealth killers. They drain money, damage credit, and create the kind of financial stress that leads to worse decisions. Automate everything and eliminate the problem entirely. System 4. Automate your giving. Bach says, the most financially successful people he has ever studied all gave money away, regularly, automatically. Not because giving magically creates wealth, but because the mindset of abundance changes how you approach every financial decision. Givers think differently than hoarders, and thinking differently leads to different results. Concept 4. Own your home. Bach is passionate about this, he says, renters stay poor, homeowners build wealth, and the reason is simple. Every mortgage payment builds equity. Every rent payment builds your landlord's equity. Now, Bach acknowledges not everyone can buy a home immediately. Markets are different. Situations are different. But his point is this: home ownership, for most people, in the long run, is the single most powerful wealth-building tool available to ordinary people. And here is the most powerful tip in this entire section. Pay your mortgage bi-weekly. Instead of monthly. One extra payment per year. Sounds small. On a 30-year mortgage, that one change pays off your home 7 years early and saves you tens of thousands in interest. One simple change, 7 years of freedom. Concept 5. Debt-free is the new rich. Bach says, most people think the path to wealth is earning more. The faster path is owing less. He introduces the DOLP system, dead-on last payment. List all your debts. Divide the minimum payment by the outstanding balance. The highest number is the debt you attack first. Pay the minimum on everything else. Throw everything extra at that one debt. When it is gone, take that payment and add it to the next. And the next. And the next. This is the debt snowball. And Bach says, most people who commit to this are completely debt-free within 7 years, not decades. 7 years. And when you are debt-free, everything you earn starts building your future instead of paying for your past. Now, here is the most important idea in the entire book. You do not need to be extraordinary to become a millionaire. Jim and Sue, the ordinary couple Bach started with, were not smarter than you, were not luckier than you, did not earn more than you. They just set up a system early and let it run. That is it. No discipline required, no constant sacrifice, no obsessive budgeting, just a system running quietly in the background while they lived their lives, and one day they woke up millionaires. Not because they were special, because their system was. 1 year from now, you will either have a system quietly building your wealth in the background, or you will still be trying to save manually, relying on willpower, wondering why the money never seems to stay. The system is simple. Setting it up takes one afternoon. The question is, will you spend that afternoon building your future or keep waiting for the right time that never comes?